Hi, in this video we'll be talking about the synthesis of carboxylic acid, different chemical synthesis of carboxylic acids. I will be going over all these reactions very fast because most of these reactions we have already covered in our previous chapters. Remember what came in chemical properties of alkyl halide, aldehydes, ketones, alcohols has become the preparation for carboxylic acid. So what I'm trying to tell you is the chemical reactions, chemical properties of aldehydes and ketones, where they get oxidized into carboxylic acid, is the preparation for carboxylic acid. So that's how it works in organic chemistry. The chemical property of one compound will become preparation for another compound. And carboxylic acids are the ultimate oxidized products of most of the organic compounds, most of the carbon compounds. If we do controlled oxidation in lab by using oxidizing agents, most of the carbon compounds get oxidized into carboxylic acid. If we do combustion, uncontrolled oxidation in presence of oxygen gas, then all carbon compounds give us carbon dioxide. But under controlled conditions, most of the carbon compounds convert into carboxylic acid. So some examples are given here. If you take primary alcohol, it can be oxidized into aldehyde by using PCC. But if we use sodium dichromate, acidic sodium dichromate or potassium permanganate, primary alcohol will get, because these are strong oxidizing agents, so it will skip one step and it will give us carboxylic acid as the product. Now, if we use aldehydes, aldehydes can be oxidized by all these strong oxidizing agents or even by mild oxidizing agents like Tollens reagent, Fallings solution, Benedict solution. With all these oxidizing agents, aldehydes will be giving us carboxylic acid. Now, if we use tertiary alcohols, they won't undergo any oxidation by these oxidizing agents. But if we use secondary alcohol will get oxidized into ketone. Remember, oxidation of ketone is difficult in compared to aldehydes. So this reaction would stop at ketone step. So primary alcohols will give us acid, secondary alcohols will give us ketone, while tertiary alcohols will not give us any oxidized product. Now here we have an aldehyde and primary alcohol. They both will give us acid group. Here we have one aldehyde and one secondary alcohol. So aldehyde will change into acid while secondary alcohol will oxidize up to ketone only. Sodium dichromate, potassium permanganate, chromic anhydride, all these are strong oxidizing agent. Now that's one way to prepare carboxylic acid. The second synthesis of carboxylic acid is from alkynes. Alkynes, the compounds with triple bond, can also be changed into carboxylic acid, and this reaction we have already done, which is called ozonolysis. If we do ozonolysis of alkenes, they give us aldehydes and ketones. But if we do ozonolysis of alkynes, triple bond, then carboxylic acid is the ultimate product, final product. So we just need to break the compound from triple bond. We'll get two fragments and both fragments would be carboxylic acid. If triple bond is in between the chain, it's non-terminal alkyne. But if we have terminal alkyne, this carbon, terminal carbon would change into carbon dioxide. So we would only be getting one carboxylic acid from the remainder part of the chain. But if it is non-terminal alkyne, both fragments would be giving us carboxylic acid. Now, one more thing to remember here is we can use either ozonolysis conditions or we can do the same thing by using KMnO4 and heating it. So by using potassium permanganate and heat, we can get the same product, acidic potassium permanganate and heat. Now here we have non-terminal alkynes, so we'll be fragmenting it here. Both sides will be giving us carboxylic acid. We'll be getting two similar products here because our compound is symmetrical. Now, next reaction, next synthesis is of aromatic acids. How we will be preparing aromatic acids? If we take aromatic alkyl means aromatic ring with alkyl group on it, these are called alkyl benzene. So if we take alkyl benzene, irrespective of size of carbon chain attached on benzene ring, we would always be getting benzoic acid as the product. Only one carbon would remain on the benzene ring as acid group. So irrespective of chain size, always benzylic carbon next to benzene ring would be getting oxidized into acid group. So here different examples are given. Now one thing what you need to remember here is this is benzene ring, carbon next to is benzylic carbon, and that carbon has to have one hydrogen to get oxidized. If that hydrogen is not there, this reaction is not possible. So in this case, if we see, this is a quaternary carbon. It doesn't have any hydrogen on it. So it will not give us any product. But besides that, if we have any length of carbon chain attached, but if we have one hydrogen on benzylic position, this reaction is possible with potassium permanganate, sodium dichromate, potassium dichromate with strong oxidizing agents. Now next reaction where carboxylic acid can be synthesized is from nitriles. This also I explained in last chapter. These nitrile cyanides, if we do partial hydrolysis, they change into amide, and if we do complete hydrolysis of this compound, it always gives us carboxylic acid. So this functional group on complete hydrolysis in acidic medium, it's a hydrolysis in acidic medium, will change into carboxylic acid. So we can start from alkyl halide. Alkyl halides by nucleophilic substitution can be changed into nitriles, and thus nitriles can be changed into carboxylic acid. In this whole reaction, one carbon is getting added in the chain. So it's ascending of the carbon chain. For example, if we start with ethyl bromide, bromoethane, the final product in this case will be a 3-carbon acid, propanoic acid. So we added one carbon during this conversion. Now next reaction where we can get carboxylic acid as the final product is again from alkyl halides. So one way to convert alkyl halide into carboxylic acid is by bringing cyanide nucleophile, Cn negative. Or second way of converting that into carboxylic acid is we change alkyl halide into Grignard reagent, and then Grignard reagent is treated with carbon dioxide. So what we have here is RMgX, and we are using carbon dioxide. A simple nucleophilic addition reaction will happen where R minus will go and attack on carbon, MgX will go on O negative, and then we'll be hydrolyzing it out. So in this case, we would be getting this R negative joined with this carbon. So this is our carbon, which is coming from carbon dioxide, and rest part is coming from Grignard reagent, which is attached to this carbon. So in this process also, we will be getting carboxylic acid with one extra carbon added. Same concept is possible with alkyl lithium reagent. In this case also, we'll be bringing carbon dioxide. We need an electrophilic carbon to join with this carbon neon, which reagent would be generating. Same concept, exact same concept. We'll be getting carboxylic acid with one additional carbon. This is the mechanism. We got Grignard reagent, which will be generating a carbanion. It can be aliphatic or aromatic. This carbanion will be attacking on electrophilic carbon here. And this O negative will be finally attached. This O negative is joined with Mg plus I. And then in acidic medium, in aqueous acidic medium, these ions would get separated and O negative will get an hydrogen ion attached. Examples are given. If we use iodobenzene as a starting material, we would be getting benzoic acid as the final product. If we use iodocyclopentane, we would be getting cyclopentane carboxylic acid as the final product.